All right, good day. Today's total body fitness is going to be hip flexors. So with great strong hip flexors comes all kinds of good results. You actually might be able to alleviate some tightness in the back or soreness in the legs or the knees. So today's focus not only here, but we are going to work also the back side, so it's hip focused. We will get some upper body work in because this is total body. All right, so you will need some loop bands. If you happen to have fabric ones or latex ones, we may interchange between them. You'll also need a long band, and then also if you happen to have a small ball or a block, we'll be putting this between the legs. So let's get started. Let's do some general warm-ups. I like a twist to start. Just relaxing the arms and shifting your weight from side to side. Try to make sure your feet are straight forward. That way when you shift your weight to that side, you're already starting an internal rotation through that hip. So even though it looks like I'm doing a big upper body turn and twist, I'm also doing a lot here in the hip joint itself. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shoulder rolls. You're going to bring the shoulders forward, up, and around. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. And 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to pedal out the feet. So you're just picking up one heel at a time, feeling a little bit of a stretch and starting to get some blood flow into the feet and up into the calf. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just give a good shake to the leg. High knees, let's just march in place first, and then we'll start to pick the knees up higher. Let's go ahead and move the arms. Make sure you feel strong through your abs. And then slow down the feet and pick the knees up higher. That is your hip flexors. So I'm going to tell you, this may be an uncomfortable class today, but at the end of the day, when you're done with the class, the goal is to feel way better. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do a little bit of lengthening and not a big stretch. I just want one foot forward, and we're just trying to stretch a little bit through the front hip here, as well as getting a stretch in the back of the calf. So you can move your hips forward till you find that just a little bit of stretch. Don't overdo it. I'm not looking for any big stretch, long stance. It's just a little stretch and change. And then let's go out to the side with our legs. So we're going to start working into the hips. So move over to one side of your mat. We're going to side step. When you side step, you're going to lead off with your toe. Make sure that your toe and your knee is forward towards the edge of your mat and they don't turn out and become a forward step and a side step. So we want to go toe, heel, close. Toe, heel, close, and toe, heel, close. Then we'll go the other way. Toe, heel, close, toe, heel, close, and toe, heel, close. Let's go again. Toe, heel, close, toe, heel, close, toe, heel, close. Other way. Toe, heel, close, toe, heel, close, and toe, heel, close. Probably felt things down the side of the legs a little bit. So now we're going to work into the glutes. I'd like you to hold on to something so you can lean forward just a little bit. You're going to kick the leg back, switch feet, kick the leg back. Move at your own pace. I do want your stomach to be strong here. So if you were too relaxed through your stomach, you might start doing something with your back. We want to keep it strong and work solely from the butt. The butte. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and 10. Nice job. Walk around and shake out the legs. Next, we're going to go into a hip hinge. So that was shortening the glute. Hip hinge is going to lengthen the glute. You want your spine nice and straight, knees with a little flexion in it. You're going to think of taking your rear back, and then when you do that, you've got to counter by taking your shoulders forward. Keep your back straight best you can and come back up. All right, let's do a few of those. Once again, I like it when you move at your own pace. That's why I don't count very much. I don't want you to feel like you have to keep up, or if you want to go really slow through something, or if you want to go faster, you got those options. Let's do 2 more. Excellent. Walk around in your space, kick out your legs, shake it out. We're going to get back to some twisting, and we're going to reach the arm and reach the arm, just to kind of get back into the arms and shoulders a little bit. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. We're going to start with the inner thigh, your adductor. You're going to need something to put between your legs, and we're going to squeeze. I'm going to choose the ball. So you can take your ball, place it there, bring your feet close together. You know, you're going to stand up, and you're going to feel it's going to be kind of awkward to stand up because your feet, your ball's pushing your legs out. Now, if I put my feet further apart, it may not be as awkward. So I do want you to have your feet as close as you can go, so it feels just a little bit weird, because I'm going to have you hinge just a little bit and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So that's the move. You can do it with a block, it's just not as comfortable because it doesn't really give. So let's try. In between, feet close, knees are soft, a little hinge. It makes it just a little bit more comfortable. We squeeze for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. We're going to do that again. Feet close, a little hinge. We squeeze 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. Next, we're going to go back to the glute kickback. We're going to do it with one leg, and you're going to pick a band. I'm going to recommend a latex heavy to put around your ankles. You'll hold on to something with 2 hands so you can lean forward just a little bit with a flat back. You're going to point 1 foot back, and don't have the toe straight down. Turn it so that the shoelaces are out to the side a little bit. So that way when you're kicking back in a slight diagonal to really get the glute working. You are going to feel your standing leg and glute do a ton of work, and that is also very normal. Okay, so don't go, oh my gosh, my hip, my standing leg, I don't feel this one, I feel this one. That's true. All right, so here we go. 10 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You're going to need to still hang on to something. We're going to put this now around your feet. So just slide it down. So it's not under the toe, it's right across the shoelaces. And we're going to pick up 1 foot and we're going to knee drive. Okay? So whichever leg you want to start on, you're going to pick that leg. Remember which leg you're on. The other leg, you're going to flex the toe back so that the band doesn't slingshot. And we're gonna go up. Yes, I'm gonna aim for 10. Let's see what you can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I know, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, let's try the other side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right, we're going to take a break from that one. We're not going to do 2 rounds quite yet. So shake it off. Grab a lighter band. Actually, I'm going to go extra light because we're going to go up into the shoulders. We're going to give those hips a break, and we're just going to pull the band apart like this. If you don't have a loop, you could just grab onto a TheraBand and pull it apart like this. So here we go. Just kind of going at a decent pace, trying to get some blood flow into those shoulders. Four, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake out the arms, maybe twist, or even the pot stir is always a nice option. All right, now we're going to come back and we're going to do something similar. We're going to pull apart, but instead of just going straight out to the side, we're going to go at an angle, So I'm changing my elbows. One elbow is higher up than the other. The other elbow comes up and higher. I'm still trying to separate the band and pull them apart, but instead of it being in a perfect straight across position, you know, if you're really struggling to tear something, chances are you're not just tearing straight like this. You're going to start to try to angle it through, and that's basically the gist here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And hopefully you're feeling a lot of stuff right on the top here of the shoulder. You're really working your deltoid muscles there. We're going to come back to doing a hip hinge. We're going to do it without any bands, and then we're going to add band to it. We're going to start with one leg in front. So if you want to start on your right foot, you can start on your right. Your left toe is just right behind you for a balance. At this point, you want to make sure your right knee is bent a little bit and your hips are square, and you're going to hip hinge and come up. Okay? I do, when we do it with the band, may ask that you hold on to something just because it intensifies it quite a bit and you might need to not, worry too much about balance. So let's do 3 of these on each side. 1, 2, and 3. Change feet. Hip hinge. 1, 2, and 3. Excellent. Shake out those legs. So let's talk about the breathing before we add a band to it. When you're doing this move and you go down, you're inhaling. When you are shortening up the muscle, basically coming back up to standing, you are exhaling. Okay, so this is inhale, exhale. So you're going to grab, here's your options. If you have the loop band, you can put a loop around your foot and you're going to hinge right hand first, then we'll do it with the left hand second. If you don't have the loop band, you can always use a straight band around your foot. And you would just double up and hold it with your right hand and then your left hand. Okay, so here we go. 3 on each side. So we're going to inhale when we lower. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. and exhale 3. Other hand. And we go inhale, exhale 1, inhale, exhale 2, and inhale, exhale 3. Yes, you should have felt big time work in the back of the leg and the glute, hamstring, the works. You'll thank me later. We've got many more hip flexors, and you're going to be wishing we got back to the glute. So here we go. Other side. So we're going to start with the left foot forward, left hand. Inhale as you hinge. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Change hands. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. And inhale. Exhale 3. Go ahead and take a break from that. Shake out the legs. We're going to go back to the shoulders for a moment. We're going to do straight arm banded pull aparts. So you'll need your longer band for this. So you're going to pull till the arms come open to a T. Make sure the band is hitting you in the chest and not the throat. If it's hitting you up high, your hands are too high. So you want them fairly low, so it's hitting you right across the chest. 10 of these. Inhale, exhale, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Take a break. Next, we're going to move into the hip hike. Hip hike looks like this. Hip comes up. This leg is pushing inward. This leg can come off the ground, but it's not a fire hydrant. I'm not kicking the leg out to the side. I'm trying to bring this rib and this hip small and this side long. I like to do it using a block underneath my foot. I just, for whatever reason, feel like I can do it better because I feel like I've got more space for this foot to kind of hang and go down. I don't feel like I'm restricted by a floor. You can do it with or without the block, whatever you feel most comfortable with. I do like you to hold on because I want the execution to be really good and it not be trying to do the move and you're falling off balance, because that's defeating the purpose. It's not a balance exercise. So here we go. Another helpful hint that I have found is if you bring the leg the hiking hip, if you bring the leg forward, it won't want to go out to the side. So think of that a little bit and tell me what you think. See if that helps you accomplish the hip hike. So if you're standing on your right, I will mirror you here. We're going to bring that left hip up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's switch sides because we're going to do another round, but we're going to band it. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Working all around the side there. Excellent. Now when I band it, I tend to not step on the block. So you're going to, let's put the band underneath your right foot because that will be the one you're going to stand on. Then you're going to take the band and you're going to pull it over to your left hip. Your left hip is trying to pull the band up. I still want you to hold on to something though, because I think that will just make it easier. Now the tighter you can make this band, the better. One, you're going to work your bicep and it'll be a little bit more challenging. I'm really trying to hook it into the hip so that my hip is trying to drive it up. So here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And quite honestly, it really intensifies this standing leg because I'm putting more resistance in this side here to make this side have to work harder. Hopefully you felt the same thing. Your standing side really is doing the work. It's the foot on the floor. Oh, got to do the band on the other side. All right, guys, so you're pulling that band or you're making it really tight, pulling it over to that side, and we hip hike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Excellent. Shake that out. We're going to do another round of banded pull apart. We're going to do the straight arm version. Pull 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to come down onto the floor now. We're going to start with a glute bridge. If you would like to set it up with your feet on the blocks, you can do that. I like the way that feels. Other people don't. So just go with what feels better to you, feet on the floor or feet up onto something. We're going to do both legs at the same time. We're going to peel up. So we're going to take one vertebra at a time and roll back down. Do think of your belly pulling inward. Okay, belly's going to come in and you roll up and you roll down. Roll up and roll down. Roll up and roll down and roll up and roll down. Now we're going to go to a one-legged bridge. So you're going to pick one leg up. You're going to roll up and down and up and down. Let's just do 2 more on this side. Up and down and up and down. We switch. Up and down, up and down. 2 more. Up and down and up and down. We're going to come back to glute bridges in a little bit, adding some band work. But first, you're going to need, if you have a fabric band, let me show you the exercise. I think you should probably start with a light band first, and then if you think it's too easy, you can always go up. But we are going to do a straight leg raise on the back. Because this leg is coming up, the other leg has got to push down. If it's too intense for you, you can bring the band higher up by your hips. It takes out the pressure. The lower it is to your knees, the harder. If you want to make this into more upper ab work instead of just down in the hip flexors, you would lift the leg and your head and shoulders, kicking the leg up. Now, once you get the leg up there, guys, we're going to stay up and pulse and pulse. Okay, so that's the exercise. You take break when you need. If you need to keep your head down, keep your head down and just work at the hip flexor. If you'd like to add a little bit more to the upper abs and strengthening the neck, you can add the added crunch to it. Here we go. So leg in the air, bottom leg is pushing down into the floor, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's your hip flexor work. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's do another round. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ooh, if you need to do a stretch, you can remove one leg out and take that windshield wiper. It's probably going to be your best bet after that exercise, but if you need something else, you take that. All right, so we're going to put the band back on. We're going to do the glute bridge again with one knee driving. So it'll look like this. This I would recommend no blocks under the feet, just because you don't want your block to wobble and you twist an ankle coming off the block, because this adds a lot of pressure. If you only have latex bands, you're going to want a really heavy band. You're extra heavy if you've got one. All right, guys, let's do 4 on each side. You're going to pick up one leg, start with whichever leg feels the strongest to you. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears, and we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, because you're still working that hip flexor, right? And switch. That's why only 4. And we go. Drive. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. Let's do one more round. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And last round. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Stretch out if you need it. Otherwise, we're coming to hands and knees. We're going to work a little glute and yes, we're going to work a little glute. So we're going to start with the donkey kick. So think of just extending the leg back and up, maintaining the same 90-degree angle or greater with your knee. You can lift your head and shoulders up if you need. If you have glaucoma or heart issues, if you need to be higher up, you can do the exercise higher. But if you're able to come lower, you're going to get more range, and this will be more beneficial because you're going to really get more range through that glute. All right, let's do 5 on each side. Belly in, inhale, exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Change. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this time we're going to circle the leg. So it's not going to come up very high. I'm thinking back like a starting of a donkey kick, and then I'm circling it out to the side like a fire hydrant and around back in. So the harder your band is, the less high your leg is going to be, obviously. I've got probably a heavy band on, so my leg is going to be a very small circle. Yours might look completely different. Make sure your belly is in, and we're going to go 5 circles, then switch legs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, guys, we're going to keep the band on and we're going to stand up. We're going to go back to the standing knee drive. We're going to bring the knee up. We're going to try to stay upright. So make sure that when you're picking your knee up, you're not moving your shoulders from side to side. You are trying to stay as squared up as possible. Hips squared. Make sure you start even with your feet forward. Pick one foot to come forward, and we're going to bring it up. We're going to hold it there for 10 counts. I'll go ahead and start on my left foot, so if you're on your right mirroring me, you can do the same. Here we go. Hold it up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You might have had a little quivering, and that is normal. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to fatigue. Here we go. Lift opposite leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to take the band off. We're going to do the same exercise now without the band, and we're going to try to get the leg as high as we can, as long as we're not doing anything that looks like this. We're going to go as high up, keeping the shoulders square, keeping the spine straight, and even trying to keep the hips from hiking. So we're going to try not to hike. We're just trying to bring the leg as far up as we can using the hip flexors. Once you get past 90, guys, you're actually starting to dig into that psoas muscle. So here we are. Bring it up a little bit higher. Hold it there. Square everything up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now move the knee just out, 45-degree angle. Lift a little higher for 1, 2, 3. Belly in, 4, and shake it out. Other side. I'm going to bring the leg up. Make sure everything is squared. Belly in, bring it a little higher for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then out to the side diagonally. Lift a little higher for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's do one more round. Shake them out. And we lift, square up, a little more for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the diagonal, a little higher for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shake it out. And we change. Here we are. A little higher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the diagonal, a little higher, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and shake it out. Woo, walk around in your space. Let's do a quad stretch real quick. That might help lengthen out. Oh yeah, that was needed. Good quad stretch if you've got it. And change. Okay, so we're going to come back onto the floor. If you have a ball, you're going to grab that. We're going to lie on the back and we're going to put the ball underneath the bum. So if you don't have a ball, you can still do the exercise. It's just not quite as good. Go ahead and watch it first, then we'll do it all together. So I like to do bridge to get my ball in place. So I lift up, come up on my toes, get up really high, put the ball under there and kind of scooch it so it's on my bum, not my lower back. From there, shoulders are going to be down away from your ears, legs are going to come up. You want to stack your feet so it's more over the ball and not over your face. So we're going to stack here and we're going to work, this is the two different exercises we're going to do. We're going to do the L shapes or the splits, okay? That's one. The other exercise is one leg's going to go out to the side. So you're going to bring your arms a little bit out to a V as well. One leg's going to try to stay straight up. The other leg is going to go out. You're going to have to use your arm and your core and the inner thigh. And then you bring it back in and then you would switch to the other leg, bringing it out, keeping that leg not for Ving as well. You're trying to keep it straight up. All right, guys, so go ahead and get into your position on your back. And then your legs are going to go into the air. Start just balancing with the feet stacked over the ball. And then we're going to start splitting or doing the L's. So you're going to lower one leg down. We're getting a good stretch in all that work we did in the hip flexors today. And then change it out. Now the further forward this leg comes to your face, the forward leg, you'll feel the stretch in the hamstring, but it could stay straight up over the ball if you want to work more abs. If you keep the foot more over the ball, you're working more abs, less stretch. If you split it and bring the leg forward, you're getting more stretch and a little less ab. And when you need a break, just bring your legs together and bend the knees and take a break. You can either just keep the knees here into your chest or put them on the floor. And then we're going to go into the V, but it's a half V. So Bring your arms out just a little bit, then legs come back up, stack the feet over the ball so that they're not too far forward. It's a little bit of a challenge. And then you're going to open one leg to the side, keeping the other leg straight. You may only go a foot or two, and then come back in and then go to the other side, maybe a foot or two. And then with each rep, you might be able to go a little bit lower and a little bit lower. Just really focus on not letting that leg go out. That's the hard part. This is a big time core exercise here, guys, because your leg weighs something and it's trying to roll you right off the ball, and you've got to fight to stay on the ball. And then when you feel like, okay, I've had enough of that, I'm done, you're gonna open the legs to a giant stretch, inner thigh. Oh, that will feel so good. You can play with moving your feet forward and back a little bit just to find the sweet spot for you. And then bring the legs back together. Gonna cross the right ankle over the left knee, and you're gonna bend the knees and draw them in for figure four. So you got figure four, now you're gonna get the butt stretch. I also like the figure four on the ball. Let's switch sides because it helps you already tilt the pelvis, and you can almost not need your hands anymore to help pull in because now you're already kind of tilting in. You might just need to hold onto your ball so it doesn't escape from you. And then bring it back up. Let's do one more big V. Legs go up. Go to open wide. Playing with a little shift here. You can bend the knees if you need. That's now your frog position. That takes a little bit out. Okay, it makes it a little less intense. And you can bring the legs back in and together. Now let's go ahead and do a little ab work while we're here for the final. Let's go ahead and bring the legs back up. We're going to lower the legs together and bring them back up. We're going to lower and bring back up. Okay, let's try together. Lower and lift and lower and lift. Now this time, let's just lower one leg. Let's do the L again, but we're gonna make sure that the foot comes all the way down to touch the floor. So if you need to bend the knee a little bit, let that knee bend touch the floor. Now, we're gonna go really slow. You've gotta use your core and your hip flexors, and you're gonna try to take 10 counts to bring the leg back up. But we're gonna spend most of the 10 counts down low. So here we go. Start to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm still really low here. 6, 7, 8, 9, and then I'll just close it up on 10. So I tried to spend all 9 counts as low as I could do it. Let's do the other leg. Bring it down. Go ahead and let the knee bend so the heel comes down, getting the stretch. Then we'll start to lift the leg, and we tighten up the abs, and we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. I could have probably easily taken 20 counts to get my legs up. All right, guys, bend your knees, remove your ball, and let's windshield wiper it out. So nice wide legs, roll from side to side. I like that last one a lot for the fact that you're really getting a big stretch through those hips, but then you're also tightening up the muscle in that overextended position. And that's just a really nice way to kind of get a good stretch there. And then heel toe your feet together. Let's open up the knees, stretch one more time through that inner. And then bring the knees together. Let's do another figure 4 here. Crossing ankle over knee, push the leg away. Then we're going to draw the leg in, just like you did on the ball, but just the leg. Keep the bottom leg down. And switch, other side, crossing ankle, push knee open. And then you'll bring the leg in. And release. Go ahead and bring your knees into your chest and make your way up to seated. All right, guys, so if you liked the outfit I wore today, this is CRZ Yoga. Be sure to check it out. I've got a link on the description below. Also on my website, you'll be able to find all kinds of equipment, fitness, dance, yoga, even miscellaneous dog supplies. So be sure to check it out, and we'll see you on the next video.